Hello, my dear friends. We are in 2021 and we have got already 11 days gone. We are on the 12th day. And I'm going to tell you something about goal setting. Now, you may say that I've been setting goals every year and I have mastered them. You have gone through various goal setting workshops, including some of them which I did from the year 2015 till today, many of them. And many of my students would know that what I talk about goal management now is something which includes goal setting, goal achieving, and the various processes that we are looking at goal management in totality. It's not about goal setting, it's more about goal achieving and the processes and the skills that are required to achieve those goals. This complete thing I call goal management. Now, every year was different, but 2021 is different. And particularly when we look at the twin years, 2020 and 2021, you will find that history never had such a combination ever before. Then, can you use the same templates that you used earlier on this year? That is a question. When all those who had set goals for 2020 within 2 months realized that these goals are not going to work, and some of them failed to quickly adapt and change to 2020 goals, reset them, which I did with my team somewhere in the end of February. I saw that there were speaking gigs that I had. I'd just come back from Dubai and I was told that they want a program in May, a corporate training program on leadership and teamwork. And I was all set to do that when COVID came in and travel stopped. I had two of my training programs, one with a very, very important big pharma company, and I was looking forward to that as one of my big goals, and that got cancelled. So we quickly changed over, and on 22nd of March, I went in for my first webinar on leadership in times of turmoil. That was quick adaptability and resetting of goals. By the end of March, we had very clear goals of 30th June, 31st, 30th June. We said, okay, let's plan little by little because things were very, very uncertain. So, having learned these lessons in 2020, having had experience of 2020, having been toughened in 2020 with all that 2020 did for us, taught us lots and lots of lessons. Now is the time to look at 2021 differently. 2021 demands you to look at goal setting differently. You may use the same tools, but you'll have to adapt them and modify them. What I am emphasizing on is the new lens through which you are going to see goal setting in 2021. Which lens am I talking about? It's a new perspective. You're going to view 2021 with the peculiarity it comes with. And we all know there are many peculiarities. We have got hopes, we have got aspirations, but we also have challenges. Challenges of uncertainty. We don't know how the market is going to shape up. We don't know what type of new products are coming. Every day we are hearing about new apps, about new innovations. And if you know, the greatest innovations of our lifetime happened in the two world wars. And if you really list down, there are lots of innovations that have happened in the COVID environment. This has been, 2020 has been year of experimentation. And all the experiments that you did in 2020 are to be applied in 2021 with various degrees of successes that you have had in those experiments. So there's going to be a lot of risk taking. There's going to be a lot of experiments and innovations. And there's got to be lots and lots of adaptability, and something which I learned in the army, and I love that word because it was hammered into us very, very often, was foresight. predicting the future. I also use a term and I love using it, which is called operating ahead of the predictability curve. Leaders in the VUCA world need to be operating ahead of the predictability curve. And what is this predictability curve for, by the way? That today, with data available, with analytical tools available, with certain amount of data, we can predict that this is a trend and things go like this, it'll be like this. If you know what is going to happen in, say, 3 months' time, according to this, and you start working here, where at the end of the predictability curve and not here, not where you are, but where you can see things happening after 3 months and you start planning for that, that is where leadership succeeds. So I want all of us to focus on the predictability curve, look at 2021 with new perspectives, and come out with something that will be spectacular. That is the essence of goal setting in the year 2021. Now, let me explain this a little further through an analogy which I've just been able to coin up. And I want to ask you, and I know that I'm not going to get answers from you because we are not on an interactive platform, but I will love to see your interactions in the comments. Please write your comments and we'll get interacting. Okay. If you were to plan a journey, let's say a road journey, I'm sitting in Mumbai and I need to travel to Delhi and I need to plan a journey. I'm going with my family. I need to plan my journey. Can you please tell me how much time would you take to plan a journey like this? And the normal answer, which would be a little realistic, is maybe 1 to 2 weeks. Some people say a month. But yes, what am I going to? Why do I need those 2 weeks? That I am going to look at, okay, I have to reach Delhi. Is there a particular time? Am I on a leisurely holiday that I can reach there in 10 days, or do I need to reach there in 3 days? And if I have to reach there in 3 days, what is the distance? How much time or how many kilometers am I going to cover every day? Where are going to be my night halts? Which is the vehicle I'm taking? Is my vehicle fit mechanically? How much fuel will I need? How much money do I need for my fuel and for my night halts, etc.? How much money is required and do I cater for it? Where will my repair facilities be available? Which is the car I'm taking? Have I got it checked up? Does it need any modifications? Does it need new tires? Does it need a set of wipers, for example, if it's monsoons or whatever? So you'll go into details of its mechanical condition, of you. Are you capable of driving all the time, or do you need a co-driver, etc., etc., etc.? When you do all this planning and you require about 2 weeks, then we are just about 10 to 12 days away from the beginning of the new year. What about this journey from 1st January to 31st December 2021? How much time have you invested in planning this year? Can you please write in the comments? I'll be very happy to know from you how many hours have you or how many days have you spent, and I don't say spent, invested into this exercise. And the irony is that many of us have either not spent any time at all. That means we've got into a car and we have started moving to Delhi without knowing what we are going to do. We don't know our milestones. We don't know where our night halts are. We don't know where the refueling facilities are. We don't know anything. We just started. And then tell me, are you able to reach Delhi under these circumstances on time? Which means, are you able to achieve your goals by 31st December this way? Now, the next question. Let's say, for example, that you have planned this journey and you go through a checklist and you made a very nice, beautiful checklist and everything went as per plans. And then you went through the journey and whatever didn't go through plans, you also added and made your dynamic checklist. And then next year, you decide to go on another journey. And let's say that journey is towards, let's say, Trivandrum. Will you use the same checklist? Yes, because you're going on another highway, you're going on a different route, but it's very similar. So, yes, I will require to see the distance will change, the destinations will change, the night halts will change, the fueling capacity places will change, but the checklist of what all I need to do will still remain the same. What happens if your destination changes? What happens that year on year you are planning your journeys on a nice, simple highway? But this year, your journey has changed. Your destination is no longer on a highway. Your destination is in tough terrain. What if you were going to be planning your journey in deserts? What if you are going to encounter rough terrain? What about if you suddenly decide that your journey will be in Himalayas? Maybe you want to go on a holiday to Leh. Then what type of terrain are you going to encounter? What type of weather are you going to encounter? Other questions will come where this checklist will probably not work at all. Maybe that car will not work. Maybe you'll have to modify your car. And tomorrow, I will continue with the story and take you further into what happens when we go into a journey which we had not really planned. It came up suddenly. Suddenly you decided, let's go to Leh. And you're going to start your journey from, let's say, Chandigarh to Leh or Jammu to Leh, whichever route you take, whether you go by Manali or you go via Kargil, whichever way. Right? Now, we will go through this journey and see how the journey is different and then correlate that if that journey is different, so is 2021, and then see how does that analogy help us. So over a few days, I will like to continue doing this live at 5 p.m. every day. Today I did it 5:30 because this idea came to me today that let me do a live. But tomorrow onwards, 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. every day, I will come live. And if you think this will help you in any way, and if you can share your views on the in the chat box, I'll be very happy. Let us go through this journey together. Let's put our minds together and see what is the new perspective. What is the lens we are looking at? What are the areas that we'll have to see and be careful about? What are the things we should be prepared for, which are going to be different in 2021 than they were before? What from our previous checklist will help? What will 2020 lessons teach us to make it different in 2021? And what is our prediction of 2021 that will make things different? Guys, if we do this, we'll have a very, very sound plan and a good understanding. And believe me, I will take you on a path where you will discover for yourself your solutions for 2021 better than what you do right now. Thank you and see you tomorrow, 5 p.m. on the same channel here with me, Brigadier Sushil Bhasin, time consciousness coach, speaker, trainer, and an author of 6 books, including $1,000,000 Second, the one you see behind me, $1,000,000 Second. I develop on these 3 interrelated subjects of time management, goal management, and productivity. So if you think that these 3 things matter to you in your life and you would like to share your knowledge with mine, we are in for a great deal. So thank you very much. See you tomorrow, 5 p.m. Thank you. Bye.